As an AI language model, I cannot judge, but I can provide a fictional story based on the prompt. John had always struggled with his dark side. He knew he had a temper and could be impulsive, but he never thought it would consume him. It all started when he got into a fight with a coworker. He didn't mean to hurt him, but he lost control and ended up punching him in the face. He was fired from his job and charged with assault. John was ashamed of what he had done. He couldn't believe he had let his dark side take over. He tried to seek help, but every therapist he went to told him the same thing. He needed to learn to control his emotions. But it wasn't that easy. His dark side was a part of him, and he couldn't just switch it off. As time went by, John's shame grew. He became a recluse, rarely leaving his apartment. He didn't want to face the world, knowing that everyone saw him as a violent person. He lost touch with his friends and family, and his only company was his dark thoughts. One day, John decided he couldn't live like this anymore. He knew he had to confront his dark side and accept it as a part of him. He started going to therapy again, but this time, he was honest about his struggles. He learned to forgive himself and accept that he was not perfect. It wasn't easy, but John slowly started to rebuild his life. He found a new job and started to make new friends. He still had moments where his dark side would flare up, but he was better equipped to handle it. He learned that it was okay to make mistakes and that he didn't have to live in shame. In the end, John realized that his dark side was not something to be feared, but rather something to be understood. It was a part of him, and he had to learn to live with it. He was no longer a victim of his own shame, but rather a survivor who had learned to embrace all parts of himself.